It seems like Mikey Garcia is looking past or looking through Robert Easter Jr. Matter of fact, he ain't even looking at Robert Easter Jr. at all. We back with the boxing clinic of Morris, your boy CJ Goodfella, man. It seems like he don't got no respect for Robert Easter Jr., man. This dude talking with other promoters, and maybe that's what's holding up the signing of this fight or the announcement of this fight, or maybe they might announce this fight down in Dallas, Texas. You know, Mikey ain't too far from Texas, no stranger from Texas. Robert Easter Jr. is cool with Earl Spence, so I think they may make official announcement June 16th for this fight. Don't quote me on that. I'm just saying that's when they might make the official announcement. But Mikey Garcia is still talking to promoters. You know, he's talking about doing other things, signing with Eddie, signing with Dana, talking about fighting Earl Spence. You know, he talking everything really but Robert Easter Jr., man. You know, and Robert is in their camp. And most people think Robert is dog food because of his last few performances have been subpar. But you got to remember they was versus subpar competition. With Shavakov, he was fighting at the crib. And, Javier Fortuna seemed to got out-hustled and fought Javier Fortuna fight. Nobody is denying Robert Easter Jr. got skills. He got a lot of physical advantages over Mikey Garcia. Height, foot speed, hand speed, athletic ability over raw quickness. He got good punching power. I'm not saying he's a better puncher than Mikey at 35. But the dude got the total physical package. It's just he's lacking in the fundamentals, and using his height and his reach. And would it be surprised if he showed up and used his height and reach in this fight? It really wouldn't truly shock me because I think he might be one of those guys that fight up and down to his competition. He seemed to have that demeanor, but I am shocked that Mikey Garcia is continued to look past this guy and treat this guy like nothing. This ain't a fight that he really wanted anyway. I feel that he was forced to take this fight because people know my theory. I'm just saying this is a theory. I'm not saying this is true. It's facts. I'm saying this is my theory. I think the World Boxing Super Series approached Mikey Garcia about entering the tournament because he originally dropped that 135 WBC pound belt. All of a sudden, a couple weeks later, he changed his mind and dropped the 140 pound belt and go back to 135. At that point, why would you go back to 135 when, most people felt like Robert Easter Jr. lost to Javier Fortuna, even though Javier Fortuna missed weight? So you fight Robert Easter Jr. when his stock is at his absolute lowest point. I think because the World Boxing Super Series tournament approached Mikey about fighting the tournament, and he didn't want no parts of that tournament. That's just my theory. And also, he probably want no part of Regis Progress eventually, or Josh Taylor. And I've been saying both of those guys potentially will whoop on Mikey Garcia. It's a bad stylistic matchup, especially how he was looking at 140, fat, flabby, and slow, and not as powerful as he was at 35. But that's just what I believe. Not saying that it's true, it's factual. That's my opinion right there. That's my truthful opinion about that situation. So I felt like he was forced to come back down versus Robert Easter Jr., make a good payday versus an easy cherry pick opponent by his means as far as being easy, and handle business and just figure it out from there. So, that's interesting. He's holding, had a meeting with Eddie Hearn for an hour and a half in L.A. In training camp, they talk about every other fighter. They might speak about, Robert Easter Jr. on ES News. Shout out to Eddie Segback News for the one time. And I don't think he's fully focused on Robert. I think he's taking Robert as a joke. I think he just thinks Robert Easter Jr. is easy money. And Robert Easter Jr. don't have nobody but to blame himself. But he's made a power move and going to train with Kevin Cunningham. And I think it's best that his father go down there and let him, train with somebody else and see if Kevin Cunningham can get the best out of E-Bunny. Because if E-Bunny, can he get the best out of Tank and continue trying to stretch the best out of Tank, maybe he can get the best out of E-Bunny. Iron sharper iron, but, we'll see. We'll see if they can get the best and pull the best out of them, man. And he can shock the world versus, Mikey Garcia. I know a lot of people believe he can do it. I know a lot of people hate him and don't want him to do it. People associate him with Adrian Broner, but they're really not associated with each other. E-Bunny is his own man now. He's not a part of AB About Business Promotions. He got his own thing going on, and this is a big moment for this guy, man. And, I'm definitely be pulling for him, man, over Mikey Garcia, man. But, I like Mikey, but he's turned into a little prima donna, thinking he Floyd Mayweather and making moves. He ain't shit but a generic brand of Floyd Mayweather. This dude really think that he can really orchestrate his career, and he making these power business moves like he like tops in boxing. He not. Now, he's not a very well-known boxer either, to be real. How people making him seem like he's this powerful, popular fighter. A lot of dudes don't know Mikey Garcia. That was the whole thing about fighting Adrian Broner to boost his popularity up in the fight on the East Coast to get some notoriety. This dude in my opinion, he's not on track to be a pay-per-view star right now. You know, he want to orchestrate and blueprint out his fights, and I want to fight that guy, not that guy. He need to be fighting Lomachenko, you know, and he need to fight Robert Lomachenko, and then the winner of that World Box Super Series tournament at 140 will go up to 147 and try his luck. You know, because the path that he taking, you know, picking and choosing and trying to make history between being a 4 or 5 weight class world champion, whatever the fuck it was, nobody give a fuck about that shit no more. It's like several belts, and a lot of casual fans understand that now. So just because, you know, you hold a belt in 4 different weight classes don't mean you was a real champion. You was a paper holder, title holder. Did you really beat the best guy at the division? A lot of times the answer is no to that. You just beat a guy for a belt. So at the end of the day, it's watered down history. He got to start making some real history and start fighting these 50-50 tough fights, man. And that's real spit. That's real spit right there, man. Because if you ain't gonna fight these tough fights, you gonna orchestrate pick a Robert Jr., pick a Lipinets. You gonna pick it. Those ain't the type of fights, in my opinion, that's gonna get you the pay-per-view. He want to be a pay-per-view star. I mean, shit, you should have went and fought Crawford. You should be trying to fight Lomachenko. You know what I mean? That'd be an excellent start. But like I said, he not even looking at Robert Jr., man. And Robert Jr. got to use that to his side, man. He got to use that in his favor. And he got to box. I mean, this guy Mikey Garcia is not unbeatable, man. People act like he's indestructible. He not. He could be beat, and Robert can do it. You know, but is he disciplined enough? I would say no. You know, I respect Mikey Garcia to find a way to beat him out in the dogfight, out hustle him, and you know, Robert Jr. You can learn what you learn in training camp. But as soon as the fire get to going and get to burning, the fight get to, you know, you get to lathering up a sweat, you get in the heat of the battle, you revert back to what you always did. You're gonna revert to coming to Mikey Garcia and giving up your height and length. He gonna shorten the shots up. He gonna go to the body, and he probably gonna fuck you up, man. You know, because Robert Jr. gonna get tagged, and Mikey ain't got to even really come to this guy, man. You know, Mikey ain't got to come to this guy. You know, he could just, you know, jab, move back, and eventually Robert Jr. gonna get frustrated and give up his height, or he go to Robert Jr. and go to the inside, and Robert gonna stay there and fight on the inside with him. You know, Kevin Cunningham can scream all he wants to. One training camp isn't enough to change Robert Jr.'s style, and he got the ability to do it. He do it from time to time, but consistently he don't do it. And I think, you know, Mikey, you know, gonna look past him. He probably got a right to the way Robert been fighting, but it's CBC and more week gone.